Yeah, I want to talk for a minute about something, a part of Kenn's book. It's called Psyched Up for Home Buying, and it's talking about students. So we did a little bit of research now that school's getting ready to is getting back in, and government loans. An FHA loan allows for a parent to co-sign. When we do that, the occupying co-signee, the student, the child, has got to have a credit score of 620. They don't have to have a bunch of credit, but they got to have a credit score. If they have zero credit and zero score, we got to go out there and build them one. But the parents can co-sign for the kids. They can get all the benefits of an FHA loan: 3.5% down, 3.5% total out of pocket, a low rate in the low fours. And so let's say you bring in a son or a daughter going to UT. Or I just read San Marcos is off the charts in growth, and you buy a house for them instead of renting or putting them in a dorm. After Ken did the research here, after they have lived here for a year as a property owner, and the student, the child, will be a property owner because they're going to be on the note, they're going to be on the deed, and so now they're a property owner. After a year, they now become a resident.
Exactly. Resident, we looked at the numbers for UT, and the resident tuition and expenses for each year is $15,000 less for somebody who is a in-state resident as opposed to out-of-state resident. So that's an incredible return. Now these two psychology students had psychologist parents, and they bought them their a home that they were able to live as a 4-bedroom home. Each kid had their own room, and guess what? They rented the other 2 rooms out, not far from UT. They rented the other 2 rooms out. Now they not only had established credit, but they also were homeowners, but now they were investors, and they hadn't even started their second year of college.
And they're going to save so much money over the next 3 or 4 years, depending on if they're on a 4 or 5 year plan. They're going to save, that's $15,000 a year. That's $45,000, not to mention the tax benefits of owning a home, not to mention the appreciating of owning a home down right around V2. We know some guys selling some condos a mile from the UT campus that are FHA approved that you could get in for lock, stock, and barrel for $5,000, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, have the parents co-sign, rent out the other bedroom. That is a good deal.
What's really funny is that we drove down to where they were busboys at one of the local Magnolia cafes and got them to sign the paperwork. They didn't have any money.
I'm telling you, they don't. Yeah. The student doesn't have to have any income.
No.
The parents, we qualify on the parents' income, not on the student's income, but it's now owner-occupied with all those advantages. It is a great thought. If you're a kid listening, if you're a parent listening, if you're a aunt or uncle listening, because aunts and uncles can co-sign for these kids too and get a great deal on a great government loan and establish that residency if they were out of state. Even if they weren't out of state, it's a pretty darn good idea for the housing for the next 4 years. You might have another younger or 2 siblings coming in after that, and you might end up keeping that place for 3, 4, 12 years.
One of the first-time home buyers I sold was a baby doctor, and she bought her first home. It was a $700,000 house, but she was a baby doctor. And one of the things that she said was, you know what, I've had not 1 hour of real estate education in all the 27 years I've had of becoming a doctor, all that education. So one of my plans is to go into the universities and teach kids how to buy real estate
It's a good idea.
And how to buy homes.
That's a good idea. They're very smart in their field, but on the one of quite frankly could be the biggest investment of their life, they know nothing.
Right.
Yeah.